it just, gives me joy.
This is Amy's garden, filled with bright, beautiful sunflowers.
I planted them and the ones blooming the same day.
Tony Bronner loves seeing his Tennessee community enjoy them. In fact, dozens of people stop by every day snapping selfies and helping Tony honor his daughter.
When Amy was diagnosed with cancer, of course it devastated everybody, but she was just so strong and worried more about me.
Amy passed away 23 years ago, but Tony says each photo is keeping her memory alive.
I have a lot of faith, and I trust that God's plan is, the way to go.
A sunny, simple act of kindness for his community, with a message rooted in family and love.
What acts of kindness can you spread? Come be inspired. We're shining bright with positivity today. This is Good to Know.
It doesn't really matter how big or small. I just think any nice gesture we can do for each other these days is so important.
You need to be giving them the utmost support and appreciation because they are putting themselves out there. They're the real heroes.
Thank you. We love seeing those smiles from the medical professionals.
These kids really are conscientious, really excited about what they're doing, and I'm so proud of them.
I was able to bloom and blossom from the hardships that I faced in my life.
I want women to know that they are enough, exactly like they are.
I had no words. I ended up crying because I couldn't even say anything.
It's a life-changing event when you can be a part of something like this. It's a privilege, man. It's an honor.
What an amazing community we have here. It's blown me away.
It's a bond that I'll hold with her forever.
Hey everybody, and welcome. This is Good to Know. I'm your host, Lindsay Boach, and today we are all about acts of kindness. And these women in Colorado, well, they sure know kindness.
One word.
I think it's particularly important to be kind to one another.
But when it comes to kindness, everyone has their own definition.
Thinking about other people besides yourself and how your actions could affect someone else.
Often we think about being kind to others, but sometimes we forget to be kind to ourselves.
This is the Kindness Bodega, an interactive art installation located near the intersection of 17th Street and Vine, where art and community meet.
It's painted on the inside, but the interaction is on the outside.
This isn't what artist Kay Valetich and her friend Sarah Espinoza originally envisioned.
Because of COVID-19, people can't really touch objects and they can't be in close proximity to each other. They can't really be in close spaces with one another, so we decided to shift this.
The artists were inspired by Fred Rogers, better known as Mr. Rogers.
Welcome again to this neighborhood.
They wanted to spread a message that might make people stop or smile when they see the colorful posters outside.
So these are postcards.
As a way to get the community involved, people are encouraged to share their own messages of kindness or submit an audio recording that will be included in a website for the project.
My hope for it, honestly, is that as many people contribute as possible and that they're able to get something out of it in return, too.
Because even though we're being asked to be socially distant, these artists see the value in coming together to create art and community.
People are longing for connection right now.
And it starts with one kind word.
It seems simple, doesn't it? We tend to forget how to treat each other with dignity and kindness and compassion, but I think now more than ever it's particularly important.
One picture, a single painting can bring up an array of emotions.
Thank you so much.
For a woman who lost a pet, or an athlete who lost a season because of the coronavirus pandemic.
You can remember every feeling that you had on the field from that piece of art.
Sean Parsons is the illustrator who brings these pictures to life.
Let me paint the eye, let me paint the nose.
A dad, a coach, a business owner, using his little free time to connect with others.
Giving gifts to people of their memories is the key part of this whole plan that I developed.
It started small, just creating paintings for people he knew. Now it's a movement.
It's exploding now. I almost can't keep up.
The focus right now is on athletes like McCabe Millen, a rising sophomore who made the McDonough varsity lacrosse team as a freshman.
We were able to play 2 games, and then everything got shut down.
A pretty big loss for a teenager.
It hurt a lot, still does. One of the worst parts about it was seeing how much the seniors lost and knowing like how much they care and how much they've been working like all fall, all winter. It's been pretty tough because we're just so close. We were really, really good.
So his mom, Erin Millen, had Parsons recreate her son's favorite picture. Something she says she always wanted to do for him, but figured it was a good birthday gift given the circumstances.
This type of a keepsake is, I don't know, I think it just really touches people.
Her motto, positivity all the time, even during a pandemic.
Just sort of took it as this is what we're faced with, this is what it is, let's make the best of it, let's come out the other side of this a better person, a better athlete.
McCabe was blown away by the painting and wanted to make someone else feel the way he did. So he decided to pay it forward to a senior player, Scott Cole, who helped him even before he was in high school.
Being able to give that to him and watch him open it was really fulfilling for me.
Oh, look at that. Thank you guys so much.
From there sort of grew into this concept of trying to pay things forward and give other people the opportunity to capture their athletic moments.
It's really special for me to know that all the other seniors who lost their seasons are now getting that same moment that I got to see Scott have in their own way.
Now it's reached more than 25 student athletes and counting.
If they can't play, can you just give me a memory of a time when I did play? If I paint a picture for you as a gift, and then for no additional cost, you get to give a gift, what would that impact be?
A man in Florida is spreading kindness with a one-of-a-kind birthday celebration.
Today we having a parade with the garbage truck for my little friend Marlon. 8 o'clock, they out there, him and their grandmama, waiting on me. So today I wanted to surprise him because this used to be me when I was a little kid.
Happy birthday, Marlon! Mondays and Tuesdays, he wake up early, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting on the garbage truck. He is super excited. I shed a couple of tears earlier, but this right here made my day.
You give him a big old hug right over there.
And his mama told me, well, you know, he like garbage trucks. So I said, well, do he really want to take a picture in the garbage truck? So I put him on the truck, and that just made both our day.
Thank you, Mr. Leroy. I love him for this. This is amazing feeling. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
These acts of kindness are really blowing up.
So I cannot thank them enough, and that's give them all plenty of blessings to them.
Parishioners at a church in Michigan sent their priest up in a hot air balloon for his 78th birthday.
I never had a dream that I will go in the hot air balloon, but this is a great surprise. Yeah.
Father Stephen Rodrigo says this was on his bucket list. He's already made some pretty cool work of his bucket list, too.
When I was small, my mother used to put me elephant rides in India. So I'll go elephant, I'll climb on that. Then the driver of the elephant will take me. This is almost equal to that, going up in the air.
Almost as good as an elephant ride. Hey, both sound like a big deal to me. Happy birthday.
She'd take a picture at 11:11 and send it off to, I don't know who on Snapchat.
Danny Kelsey Brosius did it for years, telling her friends and family to make a wish when the clock hit 11:11.
She obviously was special to us,
and if we can give back in her honor, we're willing to pretty much do whatever.
Danny was a Macaulay High and NKU grad. She'd been married less than 1 year. Then last September, she went on a walk with her mom and a friend, a walk in Spring Grove Cemetery that changed everything.
They believed that my daughter and my girlfriend were struck directly, and I was further away from the tree and was struck from ground lightning. So it didn't, I got knocked off my feet. It didn't hit my heart or my chest area, or I probably would have not survived either.
In the year since that lightning strike, Danny's parents have worked to turn tragedy into something worthy of their daughter's legacy.
It's just turned into something that we had no idea that it was going to.
These kindness cards meant to help pass on a small act. They've made more than 1,000. In fact,
Dave and I were doing it by ourselves. We were numbering the cards, and all of a sudden we hit 1111, and I'm like, oh my God, 1111, make a wish. This card needs to go for something very special.
this card will go to the family of a child the Kelseys are gifting or adopting a wish. Make-A-Wish Foundation says each one cost $10,000.
Okie dokie. How the heck are we going to do that?
Wouldn't you know it? They raised the money in hours and now have raised $45,000 on their way to granting 5 wishes.
A lot of the people that donate, we don't have any idea who they are. So I assume it's somebody that Danny knows or somebody that knows Danny through somebody else. And that to me is just so heartwarming that somebody remembers her and thinks enough of her to actually donate a monetary amount to a cause, to something that they think is good. And with all the BS that's out there in the world today, all the negative stuff, man, let's keep going.
1 year after losing Danny, they feel her presence perhaps more than ever.
I think it's Danny actually from heaven as her spirit. She is moving the chess pieces
I think she's
around
up there
and saying, this is what we're doing and I'm okay with it.
We have more acts of kindness to share.
These kids really are conscientious, really excited about what they're doing, and I'm so proud of them.
It's good to know.